On Tuesday, we graphed inequalities. Today, we're going to graph systems of inequalities, which means two or more inequalities. So, we have a couple steps, because essentially the steps are the same, but now we have two to worry about. So, we're going to graph both inequalities as normal, which means there is shading involved, right? And your line could also be solid or, what's the other option?
Yellow.
Dotted.
Oh, dotted.
Okay, and then we either shade above or below. But when there are two inequalities, the shading is a little bit different. You need to look at where you would shade each one, and then you shade the region where both inequalities intersect. So you only shade the part where both of them are shaded. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's only the places where the shading overlaps. Okay, so on my note, I'm going to shade everything in two different colors and then color the actual answer in a different darker color. For you guys, on your homework and everything, I suggest that you shade lightly with your pencil and then erase whatever's not supposed to be the answer. Okay, and I'll do one of them like that too, okay? And then we check our answer by testing which point? 0, 0. Okay, so we do need to test a point as well. Okay, so let's, example 1, determine if the point is a solution to the system of inequalities. What do we do for each of these?
Plug it in.
Good, plug it in. We're going to skip them because we don't have time. So, but I am going to write plug it in. It must be a true statement for both inequalities. So I'm going to also write that. Must be true for both. Okay? If you get a true statement for on top and false on bottom, it is not a solution. If you get false for both, not a solution. It must be true for both. Okay? Okay. Maybe later we will, not right now. Okay, so I actually just want to go straight to graphing. So we have two inequalities here. First one, I'm going to graph that in pink. Okay? Okay, y greater than 2x minus 5. How do I graph that? What's my first step? Down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Slope is what? 2 over 1. So that means I go up, 1, 2, and to the right, 1. And then I want to graph a third point.
Down 2.
Same thing but opposite, right? Down 2 and to the left, 1. You could also from here go up 2 and over 1.
Is it going to be a solid line?
Okay, is it a solid or a dotted line?
Dotted.
It is dotted. Why is it not solid, Justin?
Because it's not equal.
Because there's no equal to underneath. So as best as you can, do a straight dotted line for right now. Make sure you put the arrows. And the line needs to go all the way. My line is not that straight. All the way to the edge. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. So it should be dotted line with arrows at the end all the way to the edge.
And it's supposed to be shaded on top.
We're not, okay, and then take your pencil. Now, this is y greater than. Shaded above or below?
Above.
Above. Very lightly. Don't do it dark yet. Shade above the line. Very, very lightly. Okay. So lightly shade above. Light enough so that you can erase it later, okay?
Why are we going to erase it?
Because our answer can only be where they overlap. Because we're graphing two. Okay, I'm going to do the second one in purple.
I'm doing it in blue.
All right. Okay, 3x plus 4y less than 12. How do I graph this one? I need to get y by itself. So I subtract 3x first, right? So 4y less than negative 3x plus 12. And then what? Good. Divide by 4.
Does the sign change at all?
Does the sign change? No, because we're dividing by a positive 4. So that is y less than
Negative 3 over 4
x.
plus 3.
Oh, you guys are so smart. Plus 3. How do I graph that?
Go up 3.
Up 3. 1, 2, 3.
And
Because our y-intercept is positive 3. And then down. 1, 2, 3. And to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then how do I go the opposite way?
go up 3 and
Up 3,
left 4.
1, 2, 3, and left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And it is,
That's all in a straight line, right?
yes,
Okay, solid or dotted?
dotted.
Also dotted. So as
It's not our
best as we can, do a dotted line.
Oh, it's not. It doesn't work, does it?
Just wait. Okay. So as best as you can, do a dotted line. And now taking your pencil again. Is this one shaded above or below? Below. So lightly shade in below the line. And one section should end up darker than the other, right?
Yes.
Where do they intersect? This space right here in between.
So we color that one harder?
So you color that one darker, and then let's erase everything else. So the answer is not this part at all. The answer is only that dark shaded part. So we get rid of all the other parts where they don't overlap. And that's my answer, in between the purple and the pink on the far left.
Oh my god.
Okay. What point do we have to check? 0, 0. Should 0, 0 give us 2 true statements?
Yes.
Yes, it should. So we're not going to do it because we're running out of time. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to use pink and purple again. To graph this first one, everything is already in slope-intercept form, which is nice. My y-intercept is -2. And my slope is actually 1 over 1. If there's nothing in front of the x, it's 1. So I go up 1 over 1. And to do the other point, I go down 1, left 1. There's no equal sign underneath, so it is a dotted line.
Wait, shade right here.
Hold on. Okay, now we have y greater than or equal to, so that means I'm going to lightly shade above the line. Just very lightly. Okay? Now, second equation. Y less than or equal to -1/3 x plus 3, so I go up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that negative, I only attach to one of them, either at the top or the bottom. I typically attach it to the top. Okay? So I'm going to go up 1 and right 1, 2, 3 and put a point. And then to go the opposite way, down 1 and left 1, 2, 3. It is a solid line because there's a equal to underneath it. So we do a solid straight line.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I graphed it wrong. Down 1, right 3, up 1, left 3. Yeah, because it's negative. Oh my gosh.
You would have never noticed until I told you.
I probably wouldn't have. Okay. Now this is less than or equal to, right? So are we shading above or below? Less than, below. And the shading is the intersection part, so your answer is this part right here. Erase the rest of it. I am so sorry. I will fix it.
That's a pizza party.
Okay?
Pizza party.